business acumen? I wonder. I love typos. I love typos. I just love typos. Typos are fun. Typos are the best. What is the word acumen? Wow, that is a great word. The ability to make good judgments and quick decisions, typically in a particular domain. Ooh. Wow, what is business acumen? It is defined as the knowledge, skills, and abilities needed to understand the organization's operations, functions, and external environment, and to apply business tools and analyses that inform HR initiatives and operations consistent with the overall strategic direction of the organization. This is the one that's related to our group assignment. Wonderfulness. I love sniffing. Time to read a 42-page document. What if I just took the quiz on video? I kind of want to, but I should because of the fact that you can cheat off of it. But it's not like they'd be cheating over that much, because, well, they kind of would, because I'm probably going to get, I'm not going to do any worse than 80%, but I want to get obviously 100%, but the reality is it's possible I could get as bad as 80%, because that's what I got last semester on this test, and I'm probably doing a similar amount of studying compared to last time. It's funny how you can read the entirety of what you're supposed to read and still get 80% on that test. It's hilarious. It is time to be vain. I just love looking at myself in the camera. I just love it so much. Value. Value refers to an organization's success in meeting its strategic goals. Ooh. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Wonderfulness. Hoo, hoo, hoo. I have finished 2 pages out of 42. I am 1/21st of the way done. Value chain. Wow. Ooh. R&D, operations, marketing and sales, fulfillment, customer. What the? Oh. Secondary activities. I love sniffing. Oh. I wonder what a strategy is. Good job. I love it when you use the word essentially. A plan of action for accomplishing the organization's long-range goals to create value. Wow, benefits of strategy. I didn't know that strategy has benefits. Who would have thought? The mistakes to avoid. Taking shortcuts. Little follow through. Over reliance on the comfortable and familiar. Insufficient commitment from management. Insufficient involvement with the rest of the organization. Inadequate communication. There are 3 levels of strategy. I'm going to do a fraction to determine what percentage of the way I'm done. Every single time I read another page. Actually, I've only read 4 pages. I'm only 9.5% done. Wow. There are 3 levels of strategy. Wow. Organizational strategy, business unit strategy, and operational strategy. Organizational strategy focuses on the future of the organization as a single unit, a general vision of the future it seeks, and the long-term goals. Business unit strategies address questions of how and where the organization will focus to create value. Operational strategy reflects the way in which organizational and business unit strategies are translated into action at the functional level through functional strategies. I have now finished 11.9%. Ooh, performance data is gathered and compared to performance objectives. These objectives should measure effectiveness, efficiency, impact, key performance indicators. Ooh. Effectiveness is the initiative accomplishing the objective. Efficiency is the initiative producing results that exceed the investment in it. Impact is the initiative helping to move the organization toward its strategic goals. Is it making a difference? Key performance indicators. Are quantifiable measures of performance used to gauge progress toward strategic objectives or agreed standards of performance. Wow. Fail, 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 fail. What should you measure? Don't measure everything. Blend awareness of past, present, and future performance in creating objectives. Be mindful of all stakeholders. Re-examine what you're measuring regularly. Stakeholder theory. Ooh. The stakeholder concept proposes that any organization operates within a complex environment in which it affects and is affected by a variety of forces or stakeholders who all share in the value of the organization and its activities. I have completed 14.3%. Let's sniff like 5 times now. That was only 3. Oh no. Ooh. I don't think any of this stuff is going to be on text. Organization. Let's see, I guess the different stakeholders are investors, governments, political groups, customers, employees, suppliers, communities, trade associations. Whoa. Wow. Ooh. Wow, let's see here. Customers tend to define value in terms of their needs, which may include economy, convenience, reliability, or innovation. Their expectation of service may vary globally. Suppliers tend to value economic stability, fair treatment, and control over their businesses. However, the nature of the relationship can vary. And employees are generally seeking economic stability, fair and transparent treatment, safe conditions, fulfilling work, and opportunities for employment. Communities, trade associations, political groups, religious institutions, and governments focus on shared interests. Communities see an enterprise's value as a source of employment and neighborhood enrichment and stability. Trade associations see an organization as a partner in developing the reputation of the industry and supporting the industry's future through leadership and innovation. Political groups and religious institutions see organizations as potential partners in furthering their economic and social agendas. I have completed. $16.7%. I love Sniff. Governments. Governments value good corporate citizens that build communities and strengthen economies. Shareholders
board of directors and senior management have expectations that lie along a spectrum between the belief that an organization's first responsibility is to maximize financial return to investors and the opposite conviction that the organization must put first its moral obligations to employees and society. Ooh. Maybe if I read the rest of it out loud very quickly, maybe I'll be fine because I was able to understand it. Fine. There is considerable debate about these alternative perceptions of the objective of organizations, specifically about how the needs of the various stakeholders are addressed. How are the needs of the stakeholders prioritized? Does the firm negotiate to reach a mutually acceptable objective? Is it sufficient for the firm and the stakeholders simply to open a conversation so that they better understand each other's motivations, business context? Today's HR professionals are expected to provide valuable consultation and leadership to their organizations. To do this, they must know more than what their organizations do. More than what their own organizations do to create value. They must understand the typical pattern of growth for industries, organizations, and products, and the dominant forces in the industries in which their organizations operate. Life cycle concept. Industries, organizations, brands, and products have a characteristic life cycle. The stages may have different names, but they describe a gradual increase in success, usually measured as revenue over time, a peak, and then a gradual decline and possible demise. HR professionals, especially HR leaders, must be aware of the life cycle concept because the organization's and HR's priorities will shift as the life cycle of the organization itself, its industry, or its products and brands progresses. HR must be ready to shift the HR strategic plan accordingly. Maybe what I should do is only take accounting classes and then save all the other business classes for later. And, I mean, what difference does it make? What difference does it make? Maybe I'll ask my professor if I can take another accounting class instead of, but I don't know if I can because a lot of them might be whatever it's called when you have to take, when some of them require prerequisites, you can't take every single class at the same time. You have to take the one class and then you have to take another class after you finish that class. For example, you can't take calculus 1, 2, and 3 at the same time. Or can, I don't know. Wow! The concept of life cycles can be confusing to HR professionals because of two similar concepts. Man, props to me for actually completing the first 5 classes in the first semester. Man, I wasn't able to do it the second semester. I just wasn't able to. It's very, very disappointing. I'm stuck taking this class again. And of course, it's with the professor. I'm very sorry to the professor. I don't mean to be mean to him or anything. But not my favorite professor of all time. I'll say that. And also the class itself, I'm not interested in it at all. At least with global business, it was kind of interesting to read the textbook because it was talking about lots of different political issues and stuff. Global business, I don't know why, but I found that to be one of my more interesting textbooks to read through. And I definitely prefer my accounting classes and my corporate finance class to these because those other two are they don't require writing papers and reading all kinds of stuff. You just do math problems and whatnot. The employee life cycle concept describes an employee's experience from hiring to exit and is described in the employee engagement. Larry described an organizational growth model that examines challenges that an organization faces in its growth and maturity phases. This model is discussed on the Figure 3 shows life cycle with 3 possible outcomes: continued success through renewal, a no growth, existence, or decline. Introduction, growth, maturity, and then you can renew it or no growth or decline. Introduction. Revenue, the vertical axis, is low because there is little market awareness of the new industry, organization, product, services, or processes, and because of the market's resistance to change. Growth. As time proceeds, revenue begins to increase. The rate of growth or steepness of the curve will vary by industry. A comprising product maturity. The market is saturated and growth occurs only through introduction of new products or customer groups. Renewal, no growth decline. Eventually, demand will decrease either because the need no longer exists or is satisfied more effectively by something or someone new. Organizations can renew themselves by completely changing their offerings, where they compete or how they compete. If they succeed, revenues rise. Take no action and accept continued low revenue. Take no action and experience a decline in revenue that will make it impossible to compete or operate. Think of obviously we don't use landlines. Nobody uses those anymore, except apparently businesses or something. And my grandma has the telephone still. What the heck? What the heck is this? The introduction phase. Vision, innovation, and energy are critical. There is little structure and no formal policies. There may not be dedicated HR function, may be outsourced to a consultant or performed by a top manager. The impact on HR strategy, talent acquisition, finding the resources needed to build a foundation for the enterprise, helping to define and create a culture in keeping with the founder's values, controlling risks associated with human resources, compliance with laws, stress management. Growth, keen awareness of markets and customers make the difference. Managers must be strategically disciplined and maintain focus. There are competing demands for innovation and efficiency. This requires some degree of formalization of structure and processes without affecting the vibrant culture that brought the organization out of the startup phase. Impact on HR strategy, tactical buildup of talent. The right talent must be acquired or built in-house. Tactical increase in complexity of structure and policies. Changes must weigh improvements in efficiency against impact on culture. Helping leaders redefine their roles and share leadership with others. Formalization of job descriptions. Managing changes caused by the organization's growth and increased formalization maturity. Need for greater control emerges. This often results in more formalization, complex reporting, and decision-making structures. Top management plans. Lower-level management implements. There can be a loss of connection with the organization strategy. HR impact on HR strategy. Building and retaining a productive workforce to meet a high level of demand. Establishing stable leadership through succession planning, implementing policies, communicating and reinforcing organizational culture and policies and practices, improving channels of communication so that strategy can be understood and aligned to all levels in all areas, making sure that formalization does not make the organization less agile, and innovative consulting to other parts of the organization to solve problems that affect productivity, conflicts, poor performance, ineffective processes or teams, toxic cultures, modeling awareness of external influences. HR can be a champion of environmental scanning. Renewal, the organization attempts to reconnect with or find new customers or missions. If the organization has become slowed by its size and held back by complex structures and too many policies, it will need to restructure. Vision and innovation, strong leadership, motivation, and communication are vital. HR, reductions in workforce to right-size the organization as it rebuilds, a change in leadership and workforce requirements, a streamlining of structures and policies, added responsibilities to job descriptions and remaining staff. No growth. Revenue and workforce remain static or decline. Fewer opportunities for employee advancement or rise. Compensation is static. HR, maintaining engaged workforce with fewer resources, dealing with increased turnover rate, delivering HR services with shrinking budget. Decline, organization shrinks in size and assets. HR, reducing the workforce size. But
Keep going. Dang it. So, decline. Infighting increases. There may be a swing back to more autocratic control by leaders. HR. Helping organizations' members manage constant stress and workplace changes necessary to survive and directing necessary talent, reduced assets, and prospects demand greater creativity in talent acquisition. So, by the way, I'm complete with 10. Completed 10. Ha! How did I get through 3 pages without even checking? So, I am 23.8% done. That was fun. My voice is going to get worse. Forces within industries. Oh. Michael Porter's 5 Forces framework was originally designed to identify industries that were more likely to be profitable and would provide a return on investment. Applying the framework, however, reveals a great deal of subtle information about the dynamic forces within industries. The analysis can be used to identify opportunities and threats, foresee possible changes in the competitive landscape, and plan a strategy. The model is based on the premise that every industry, including those in the nonprofit and not-for-profit sector. What is the difference between non-profit and not-for-profit? What the heck? And its members face similar competitive challenges to these challenges. So, rivalry among competitors. Bargaining power of suppliers. What is this? Rivalry among competitors. Bargaining power of suppliers. Bargaining power of buyers. Threat of entry. Threat of substitution. Oh, I'll have to read all this stuff now. Threat of substitution. How easy it is for a competitor to capture customers by offering a similar product or a product that satisfies the same need but perhaps in a different way. If the threat is high, the organization may be forced into competing on price, and HR will need to develop a strategy that promotes cost efficiency. If the threat is low, organization will have more capital to invest. HR may focus on developing an entrepreneurial culture. The threat of entry. How easy is it for a new competitor to enter the industry? How much capital investment is required? How much time does it generally take for the new entry to become a threat in market change? If the threat of entry is high, management and workforce must be nimble. Organization structure cannot hamper the rapid change required to respond to competitors. HR professionals must examine the organization structure to support rapid decision-making and response. By the way, I have now completed 26.2%. I am over 1/4 of the way done. Oh, wow. Bargaining power of suppliers. How vulnerable are organizations in this industry to the actions of upstream supply chain partners? Are there few suppliers or many? What would happen if the supplier went out of business or was bought by a competitor? If the bargaining power of suppliers is high, HR must be sure that the job descriptions include skills such as negotiation and managing risk, and competencies such as ethical practice and relationship management. This will affect learning into bargaining power of buyers. How vulnerable are organizations to actions by customers? Do consumers view products as value brands or as commodities to be shot for and purchased at the lowest price? How great an influence does a large single customer have? Would a customer be likely to acquire as the seller when buyers exert more influence? Key talent must be adept at marketing and identifying customer needs and price points. It may even become essential for organizations to align their compensation practices to motivate marketing and sales toward behaviors aligned with the organization's strategic objectives. What the heck is this sentence? BG effectiveness at developing long-term or sole source relationships.
I don't even know what sole source means. HR professionals must understand the organization's business model, rivalry among existing competitors, how the other forces have the potential to increase the intensity of competition within the industry. A concentration of suppliers or buyers will trigger competition, and the insecurity caused by easy entry into the market and substitution can lead to price cutting wars and product or service design aimed at locking customers in. In an industry that is expanding, competition may not be as fierce as in an industry that is shrinking. Organizations in intensely competitive industries must examine themselves carefully and honestly assess their competitive posture. And competitive postures are often categorized as weak, tenable, favorable, strong, and dominant, depending on their position and resources. Organizations undertake change initiatives that will strengthen their competitive position. For example, they need to develop customer service or quality-oriented corporate or cultures that support rapid innovation or high-touch customer relations. HR professionals will play a key role. Allocating resources. Organizations implement their strategies by aligning revenue and resources with strategic goals. The operating budget plays a critical role in this process. HR professionals should understand the budget process and the way it affects HR activities. They should also be skilled in making arguments for resources to be used on strategically aligned projects such as technology management initiatives. Budgets. The budget is both a planning and measurement tool. It anticipates the amount and timing of revenue receipt and projects disbursement of funds to activities critical to the organization's objectives. It provides greater control over assets and transparency over the use of those assets. Functions receive regular budget reports, and their performance is in part assessed by their ability to meet budget projections. The budgeting process varies in different organizations. The following describes 4 commonly used budgeting methods. %28.6%. There are 4 different types of budget: zero-based, incremental, formula, and activity-based. Zero-based. Characteristics. All objectives and operations are given a priority. Each unit or goal is ranked, and then available funds are given in order. All expenditures must be justified for each new period, and budgets start at 0. Incremental characteristics, also known as line item budgeting. This is the traditional form of budget. The prior budget is the basis for the next budget. The prior budget is increased by a percentage. Additional funds must be requested on need and objectives. Formula. Different units or operations receive varying percentages of the budget. General funding is ranged by a specific amount, and the unit budgets are adjusted accordingly. Activity-based. This type of budget recognizes the interrelationships among various activities required to create value in the organization. The basis for budgeting is not how to divide a set amount of money, but how much it costs to perform different enterprise activities. Funding may be allocated based on the strategic significance of the activities. What?
$30. Guess how you would round this one? You would round it up to 31%. 31%. Ooh. A business case. Ooh. Wow. A business case, the statement of need, the recommended solution, the risks and opportunities. Ooh. Estimated cost and time frame. Ooh. 14, 42, 30. I am exactly 1/3 done. Exactly 1/3. Exact 1/3. So, a list of useful tips to remember when creating a business case. Research your proposal carefully, gather facts, investigate alternatives, consider risks, align your proposal with organizational strategy. Get early buy-in from key decision makers and influencers. Put your proposal in writing. Explain the issue and needs. Describe the solution using facts, not emotion. Include specific metrics to evaluate its effectiveness. Measuring performance and business health. Financial analysis is basically what I'm doing in this one article. It's financial statement analysis and this business valuation. Hmm. 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 Thanks. Typo. What the crap? Doesn't he mean divided by net sales? What the crap?
Stop, 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 stop. What?
Yeah. Why don't you just say gross profit over revenue?
Fail, 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 fail. Fail. Like, how is this even in this reading? Are you kidding me? What? He did plus again. What the actual heck? Fail. It's not plus, it's divide.
This one he got right. Instead of using the plus sign, he had to do the line. Man. All of the ratios of 20. Okay. Common non-financial organizational performance metrics. What's hilarious? Every subject I'm interested in, if I wanted to focus on this subject, it would basically require a doctoral degree. Math, philosophy. I mean, what music? Okay, music doesn't require a doctoral degree, but like, what the actual heck would I do if I focused on music? Would I be a music teacher? I mean, if you're a music teacher, I mean, technically you don't need a degree. If you don't need a doctoral degree. I mean, I like music, but the options for careers in music are like becoming a teacher of an instrument or a teacher of whatever. I mean, teaching music, that's one. Performing music, oh, I don't know if I want to do that. Composing music, like literally a tiny percentage of people could actually make a living composing music. So, any math? Oh, you have to get a doctoral degree to basically have a career in math. Oh, okay. Making YouTube videos. I've already tried that several times. I am terrible at that. I mean, I'm not creative enough to actually make good YouTube videos. I mean, maybe I could become a video editor or something. That's a career. That's literally a career that exists. You can become a video editor. I don't know if I really like video editing. I mean, maybe. What if I did that? I kind of suck at it, but I like video editing. I just never learned how to do it very well. The share of market, the reputation of what investors, consumers, governments, and political groups level of brand awareness among consumers, recognizable employer brand. Achievements in social responsibility, reputation for quality, customer relations, and innovation efficiency. Activity ratios. Employee retention and job satisfaction ratings, employee engagement. Oh my goodness graciousness. I finally finished Business Acumen. 2 out of 3 done, but actually, in terms of the entire reading, I'm actually exactly 50% complete with the reading. It took, to read 21 pages, took an hour and 18 minutes. I mean, that's not that bad. It could be faster. Now we have to finish the other half of the reading, the other 21 pages. Consultation competency. Consultation is defined as the ability to provide guidance to organizational stakeholders. For HR, guidance means facilitating problem-solving solutions HR can propose or describe to the HR coaching, career development, talent management, skill development, diversity and cultural awareness, changes in structure, culture, employer branding, employee engagement, so on. The typical areas within an organization that most directly affect performance. Wow. Man, I was thinking presentation on Thursday. I'm hoping it's Thursday. It said Hufflepuff is Thursday, so. Oh, I was thinking presentation. So we have our presentation. We kind of have to write a paper, but not really, sort of. So we have basically just that presentation. Individual activity is. Oh yeah, I remember that individual activity is extremely easy. And we also have another stinking quiz. Okay. The typical areas within an organization that most directly affect performance are illustrated in McKinsey 7. As framework, this theory proposes that for an organization to achieve its goal, 7 elements must be aligned: structure, strategy, systems, style, staff, skills, and superordinate skills. Structure, the way the work is divided. Strategy, the plan to improve its competitive position. Systems, the procedures the organization used to operate. Style, the orientation of leaders and managers. Staff, the way talent is managed and developed. Skills, current competencies. Superordinate skills, the organization's values are superordinate goals. The organization's values are guiding concepts. Bringing these elements into alignment is often the goal of HR-related interventions to improve organizational effectiveness and development. Organizational effectiveness and development, a model for leading OED interventions and consulting techniques are described. This discussion will focus on blah 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 blah. Oh no! We'll focus on the issue of managing change. Since most OED solutions involve change of some sort and some magnitude, HR must become adept at helping their organizations manage change, understanding the need for change, accepting the discomfort associated with change, and sustaining new practices and processes. HR's role in change management. HR should be involved in major organizational changes from the beginning. Early involvement of HR can facilitate improvement. Early involvement of HR
can facilitate improvement of employee understanding of changes in communication between management and non-managerial employees. Positive outcomes of communication efforts can include identification and mitigation of potential risk, increased by employee buy-in and satisfaction, increased trust between management and non-managerial employees, identification of needed change-related training initiatives to improve employee skills and proficiency throughout the change process, increase leadership cohesiveness. HR helps lead the process of managing change by identifying the impact of the change on people and departments, which may include gaps in skills. Lines of communication be opened and new policies that may be required, assessing changes across the organization, the ripple effect of change. Consulting with the organization's leaders on ways to support the change initiative, include changes in organizational culture, different approaches to decision making, new processes, reward systems aligned with new behaviors, and investment in learning and development to support employees that they develop new competencies to perform their change roles, using stakeholder knowledge to negotiate solutions and develop initiatives, using its communication skills and channels to contact all affected employees quickly and uniformly and communicate details of the change initiative, measuring the effectiveness of the change initiative, tracking issues that arise at any point, and following up to deliver superior service to HR's internal customers. Managing change may require making leaders more aware. Resistant, neutral, or welcoming. Wow, I didn't know that. Wow. Wow. Fear of unknown, inertia due to comfort and meaning, things out, and negative reaction to stress and development. Wow.
Ooh. Changing global and diverse organization. Music is music. That music down there is so loud that it's like almost exactly as loud as the music I'm listening to right here. I guess I'll just increase the volume. But then I can't concentrate as much if it has high volume. Come on, dude. Come on. Oh. Shared purpose reinforcement system. Skills required for change. Consistent role model. The general stages of the Lewin change process: unfreezing, moving, refreezing. Wow. Create a sense of urgency, assemble a strong guiding team, provide a clear vision, over-communicate, empower action, ensure short-term successes, sustain progress, and build on achievements, institutionalize. there are some approaches to change. Cascade, progressive, and organic. The cascade, top-down sequence with complete change at each level. Change at one unit or level or unit high up in organization transforms units and levels beneath it. Progressive change originates at the top and is broadcast to the entire organization. The individuals slowly change with that information. The change becomes uniform across business units. Organic, independent centers and multiple origins of the change. Points of vision can be at any level. Radiates out unevenly, but accelerates when top leadership. Oh man. What? Wait a minute. The consultation thing, I just finished reading it. Oh my gosh. I am 64% done. Ooh, 64. I have reached 2/3 of the way through the document. Watch me get like an 80% on this test after reading all this stuff. Just watch. Good job. 69%. How about just recording here?
Yay!
Oh man, we have to take the test. Oh man. Oh boy. No. No, 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 no. I don't want to take the test. I did badly on it last semester. What is 8? 3 3 3 3 3 3 3 3 3 3 3 3 3 3 3 3 3. It's exactly 5/6. I thought it would be a simple fraction because it was literally just 8. 3 3 3 3 3 3 3 3 3 3 3 3. But anyways, I'm exactly 5/6 of the way done. What? Measurement bias.
Stereotyping.
Applying to a specific situation. Generalized opinions about how people of a given blah 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 look, think, act, feel, or respond. Presuming that poor customer service ratings in a work unit are related to the predominance of one gender in that unit. Ooh. I am now 6/7 done. Oh, wow! Okay, inconsistency. First impression error. Negative emphasis. Wait a minute, I'm not 36 out of 42 done. What the heck am I doing? I'm 35 out of 42. Darn it, still only 83%. Come on. I love typos. There are no underlines underneath the next three. Ha ha! Good job.
The mean, I know what a mean is. I am 90% done.
Stop. Stop it. Stop.